Hi guys. You may notice by the lighting behind me, we're going to be talking about someone on the darker side of YouTube this week. I'm not exactly sure how many subscribers he's got, but I know he deserves everyone. His name's The Real Crazy M. Now this guy is not necessarily up and coming. He's been up, he's been down, and one of his most popular songs so far has been his memoriam to Christina Grimmie, which, yes, I loved her music and I respect her a lot. And I feel bad about everything that happened to her and all the stuff that happened in that same timeline. It affected me just as much as it did everyone else. For those of you who don't know, I am a part of the LGBT community myself. So everything that happened in the weeks leading up to her death really shook me. So when everything happened with her and her pride and club and all that, it really got to me. But even more so, it got to him because he knew her in person, similar to the way, and his music video dedicated to her was done in the same fashion as Shane Dawson's video on the matter. I'll link those videos in the description somewhere. Yeah. I'll talk about Shane Dawson another time. He's done a lot of good and stuff on his own right. Well, he deserves his own video. But right now, I want to bring you back to the person, and that is the Crazy M, or as he's known on YouTube now, and most of his social media accounts, The Real Crazy M. Now, if all you've ever seen about him is what's on YouTube, which goes back at least 4 or 5 years, I'm guessing. I haven't seen the very first of his videos, so I don't know. He's been on longer than that. But that's as far back as I've seen in his videos. And his old videos are great. But there's something about his music that just reaches into me. I mean, a lot of people compare him to Marilyn Manson, and a bunch of other bands that some of you may know, some of you may not, depending on what generation you're from and what kind of music you'll listen to, what kind of music your parents listen to, because Manson's been around a while. And he's a great guy. But I don't think it's right to compare him to Manson or to all these other bands, because while he may have a similar look and sound, he's not completely like them. He is his own artist, and he has his own style. And while he does find influence from these bands, he is very much his own person, and he should be recognized as such. He's got a new EP out. You can find out more information on his channel about that. If you go and look in his newest music video, Bathed in Black, which touches me to the core. I gave a little shout out on Twitter already, but because of the limited number of characters you're allowed on Twitter, it just wasn't enough to explain how good his video was, both technically and lyrically. And I mean, there's so much that went into this. You can tell he spent a lot of time on it. And I don't know if he was trying to do a throwback to the Manson era, but he did slightly. He mixed the Manson era with the eras of some of the other bands that he's taken influence from, and he's updated it so that it's new and raw and real. I mean, he's got an acoustic version and a full band version, and if you listen to him, and you really should, there's just something there that connects with me on a deeper level. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, he's a great person. He's got a great personality. Besides, I mean, you listen to his music and you think he's gonna be this tough guy, this hardcore hard ass, and then you go to or Twitter and something like that, and he is just the sweetest person you ever meet. And people of call him the male Eugenia Cooney. Until recently, I didn't understand why that was. I went back through his YouTube to try and find more music by him. I was surprised at how he looked a year ago versus today. I'd insert photos, but I don't know how to do that. So, again, just go to his channel, check it out. I think you'll see what they mean. As I don't see anything wrong with the way he looks. As far as I know, he's not starving himself. He's just gotten into a better diet. And he lost a lot of weight, which is not that bad, but he's a bit thinner than he used to be. Certainly not as skinny as Eugenia Cooney. And again, I don't want to pick over that old news drama BS that's surrounding her. So she's skinny. And she's more sinewy than fatty. I can't say anything about that. I went from looking like Eugenia to looking like I do now. When I was a kid, I was the size of Eugenia. And then as a teenager, I filled out and got a few curves. And I only weighed 90 pounds, which is what I'm technically supposed to weigh. So I'm supposed to be weighing between 90 and 115 pounds. Because of my height, my frame, my age, and everything that makes up my BMI. I'm supposed to be where she's at without looking skeletal. So, yeah. It is possible to be naturally skinny and naturally that way. I haven't been that way in years because something happened to change my metabolism. I have a few medical problems that cause my metabolism to plummet around the age of 16, 17. I've rebounded from it. My metabolism isn't where it should be, but it's definitely not as low as it once was. So, I've still got some pounds to lose. A lot of pounds. Um, yeah. So, uh, let's get away from the weight issue. I mean, from what I see, is she are they scrawny? Yeah. Does that make them unhealthy? No. Do I think they should lose any more weight? No. Um, do I think they are to be blamed for what the people who look up to them do? Um, I can't answer that. I mean, they made their choice on how they want to look. And if they really, and if in Eugenia's case she really is naturally skinny and she does have a really high metabolism, it is possible for that to happen. Just saying. So, and it is possible to boost your immune system to the point where it becomes that way with vitamins and a proper diet. There's no way of knowing what's going on with a person medically. So, to say that or they need help, maybe they do, but that's not up to you to decide. It's not up to me to decide. So, yeah, let's just let that decide and concentrate on the good these people do instead of what you perceive to be bad. Calling someone who is skinny because of a medical condition is the same way as calling someone obese who is obese fat because they have a medical. When you don't know this background story, and it's really not anyone's business, who are you to judge? Who are you to judge? So, this is why I prefer looking at the person, not the body image. Because that's only a small part of a person's life. And, as I said, they both have amazing personalities. M is not defensive at all. He is amazing. And in his own words, he has gone beyond the emo phrases that one would normally consider. He doesn't consider himself emo, gothic, or alternative. He is beyond alternative. He is a vampire king in his own right. Man, because I don't have the makeup to darken my eyes and stuff the way he deserves the recognition, and because I haven't done that in ages. I haven't gone full goth makeup look in ages. Not because I grew out of it, but because, well, I don't need everyone around me to know what I believe in order to believe in it. And I know, looking at me, you think, oh, she's so plain, there's no way she can like such hardcore music. But I do. I like a lot of music that people don't get. I like, as I said, I like Real Crazy M, who this is about. I also like Neon Midnight, also known on the YouTube as Herbs and Altars. Um, I might make a separate video on her, because she deserves it. Um, and I realize a lot of the channels I'm bringing you have had subscribers over what I originally thought Tuber Tuesdays would have. But this isn't actually going up on a Tuesday. So I might have to just consider this a tuber shout out video. Yeah. I realize some of the topics I'm covering are considered pretty out there. And pretty controversial. I don't care if people like Leafy and Elysion get on to me for supporting these creators. They deserve to be supported. I don't like the way he goes about. Certain people go about making fun of these people because they're in a subgenre that the others don't get. Leave them alone. As I've said many times to family, friends, and others, if you bring the word emo back to what it originally represented, which is, and the group of people that it originally represented, there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, if you go down to the root word that emo was supposed to originally be shortening of, we're all emo because we all have emotions. People who consider themselves emo just happen to have a different way of showing their emotions, and there's nothing wrong with that. Emo, crybaby, whatever you want to call it, it's all pretty much the same thing. Overly emotional people. What's wrong with that? Nothing, in my opinion. And the fact that I am a fan of so many people who happen to be a part of that genre. Alright, and they don't even call themselves, a lot of them no longer even call themselves emo. They call themselves part of the alternative crowd. Because labels are stupid. And if you're gonna have a label, you might as well have one that you choose. So respect these people's choices, respect their differences, and instead of judging them, how about you go and check out some of the stuff they're doing? And see if you actually like it before you judge them on appearances. Because that's stupid. I've gone on quite a bit of a tangent. This stopped being about how good M's music is a while ago. Yes, M. I consider myself a personal friend of his. I've started calling him by his abbreviated name that he prefers. So yeah, go check out The Real Crazy M, or on you now, and Twitter, also known as just Crazy M, here on YouTube. Listen to his music, buy his LPs or EPs. He's got them on iTunes, He's got another one that he just put out that he's making physical copies of for those who want them, that you can buy through his merch store, I believe. So yeah, go check it out, hit him up, and stop being so judgy. My name's Stephanie Russell. This was my shout out video for the week of November 22nd, 2016. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something about the YouTubers I shout out, as well as my views on life and manners and values. If you like what you saw here, despite the various tangents I went off on, please like and subscribe. I will be coming out with more of these. I know there's not much on my channel right now, but some of that's because of video claims that were made by companies that don't even claim to be companies that don't even exist. And others have been deleted because I just didn't like the way they turned out. But there is a backlog of videos from a festival that I went to this year. If you want to check that out, it's a 8 or 9 part series simply called Dieball Day 2016. If you want to check that out. And my last shout out video was about Seo Oni-chan. His YouTube account is just Seo, but if you search Seo Oni-chan in the YouTube search bar, you can find his latest video, which will then take you to his channel if you click on his icon. So yeah, go check that out. His newest video yeah, so Seo, if you're watching this, go back and look in the description of my shout out video to you. There was a letter in the description for you. If you've stayed this long, despite my rambling, there will be a similar letter in the description of this video. Viewers, you can read it if you want, but please realize that it is a very personal letter directed to the person who this video is shouted out to. But if you do choose to read it, it might or might not reveal a little bit more about the person this video is shouting out. As it is, it's more of just a personal message between me and my friends explaining how they've made an impact on my life, which was what this video was supposed to be about, but I think I rambled too much on other things to really get that across, so yeah, sorry. I'm just not good at this sort of stuff yet. But that's why I'm recording it, and I'm gonna keep recording for who knows how long, because they're worth it. My friends are worth listening to. Okay. And, yeah, as you may have noticed, I had my fringe pinned back earlier because I thought it was still the weekend, and this weekend I started a thing on my now known as No Fringe Weekend. I started it late, and I continued it all the way until yesterday. And I might do it this weekend as well. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just to see what the response is. I haven't been linking my social media in the description, but if you guys want, I will make a separate video about a new intro video about myself, and that will have all my social media tagged in it. Yeah, so thank you to everyone who is subscribed and everyone who is watching who is not subscribed. Please like, comment, subscribe. I might be doing reading your comments / Q&A soon, depending on how many comments I get and what kind of questions you ask. I might link one or more of my social medias down in the comments section of this video, just so you can send in Q&A questions and comments that you don't feel comfortable leaving on the actual video. I will be gathering information from all my videos about what you guys want to see and trying to come up with something that is somewhat better than what I've been putting out. Not very much, but I'm trying. And yeah. Thank you for watching.